Hi, I'm Collins. 3 years ago, I had everything I could want: a loving husband named Daniel, our precious 8-year-old daughter Lily, and a career I was passionate about. The only cloud in my otherwise sunny life was my mother in law, Evelyn. Collins, dear, you really should let Lily grow her hair out, Evelyn said during Sunday dinner, reaching across to touch my daughter's pixie cut. Little girls should look like little girls. Lily shrunk into my side. But Mom says I can wear my hair however I want. That's right, sweetie, I said, putting my arm around her shoulders. Evelyn's smile tightened. Well, when I raised Daniel, I always made sure— Mom, Daniel interrupted. We've talked about this. Collins and I make the decisions for Lily. Of course, Evelyn replied, dabbing her mouth with a napkin. I'm just offering a grandmother's wisdom. After all, blood is thicker than water. I caught the glance she threw my way. It wasn't the first time she'd made subtle references to the fact that I'd adopted Lily when she was a baby, after marrying Daniel. Her biological mother had abandoned her, but that never mattered to us. Lily was our daughter in every way that counted. More potatoes, Evelyn? I offered, trying to change the subject. No, thank you, dear. I'm watching my figure, unlike some of us. Her eyes flicked to my plate. Daniel sighed. Mom, please. What? I'm just concerned about Collins setting a healthy example for Lily. Lily looked up, confused. But Mom makes the best salads for lunch every day. That's wonderful, sweetheart, Evelyn said with a saccharine smile. But sometimes it takes more than salads to maintain a proper appearance, especially when you're not naturally blessed with good genes. I felt my cheeks burn, but kept my composure for Lily's sake. These little digs were Evelyn's specialty, just subtle enough that confronting her would make me seem oversensitive. 3 months later, my world turned upside down when I was diagnosed with stage 3 lymphoma. The treatment was brutal. During my second round of chemo, an infection landed me in the ICU, fighting for my life. I was finally recovering when my best friend Meredith came to visit. Something was off about her. She kept fidgeting and avoiding my eyes. Mir, what is it? Is Lily okay? My heart raced at the thought of something happening to my daughter. Lily's physically fine, but— Meredith pulled her chair closer to my hospital bed. Collins, I need to tell you something, and you're not going to like it. Just tell me. Yesterday I picked Lily up from school since Daniel was meeting with your doctors. When I asked about her day, she just burst into tears. What happened? I struggled to sit up. She told me that Grandma Evelyn told her— Meredith hesitated. That you're not her real mother. She what? The room seemed to spin. Lily said Evelyn told her that since you're so sick, she needed to know the truth. That her real mommy is out there somewhere and you just stepped in. That blood family is what matters most, especially if you don't make it. I felt as if I'd been punched. When did this happen? Last weekend, when Evelyn stayed with her while Daniel was here with you overnight. Collins, Lily's confused and scared. She asked me if you were going to leave her like her first mom did. My hands clenched into fists. Evelyn has gone too far this time. She also told Lily that she's been saving things to give to her real mother if she ever comes back, Meredith added, her voice shaking with anger. Lily's drawings, school photos, she's been keeping a whole box of them. Without our knowledge? My voice was barely a whisper. She's been planning this. What are you going to do? Meredith asked, taking my hand. First, I'm going to reassure my daughter. Then I'm going to make sure Evelyn never hurts her again. When Lily visited that afternoon, I could see the uncertainty in her eyes as she stood in the doorway of my hospital room. Daniel took a call outside, leaving us alone. Lily Bear, come sit with me. I patted the edge of my bed. Meredith told me what Grandma Evelyn said to you. Lily's lower lip trembled. Are you mad at me? Oh, sweetie, no. Never. I reached for her hand. Can you tell me exactly what happened? We were looking at old pictures, Lily said, her voice small. There was one of Daddy holding me as a baby, before you were there. And what did Grandma say about that picture? She said that was my birth mommy in the picture. Lily's eyes filled with tears. And that you're just my stepmom, not my real mom. That's why we don't look alike. Did she say anything else that upset you? Lily nodded. She said her voice dropped to a whisper. If you die, I should remember who my real family is. The blood ones. I took a deep breath, fighting back my own tears. Lily, look at me. I am your real mother. Families are made in many different ways. What makes a real mother isn't biology, it's love. Do you understand? So Grandma Evelyn lied to me? Lily asked, her eyes wide. Yes, sweetheart, she did. But why would she do that? Sometimes adults say hurtful things because they're confused about what family means, I explained, choosing my words carefully. But I need you to know something very important. I have been your mother since you were a baby, and I will always be your mother. Nothing can ever change that. Even if you get really sick again? Lily asked. Even then, I promised. I'm fighting so hard to get better because I love you more than anything in this world. Lily climbed onto the bed and curled against my side. I was scared you might leave like my first mommy did. Never, I whispered, stroking her hair. You're stuck with me forever, kiddo. When Daniel returned, I caught his eye and mouthed, We need to talk. He nodded and called the nurse to take Lily for a snack. Once we were alone, I could no longer contain my fury. Your mother told our daughter I'm not her real mother while I was fighting for my life. Daniel's face paled. That can't be right. Don't you dare suggest Lily misunderstood. This is Evelyn trying to destroy my relationship with our daughter. Collins, my mother wouldn't. She did, Daniel. This isn't the first time she's undermined me, but telling Lily I'm not her real mother when she thought I might die? That's unforgivable. Later, I called Meredith from my hospital room. We need to confront Evelyn, I said, with witnesses. I'm in, Meredith replied without hesitation. Who else? Daniel's sister Emma has seen how Evelyn treats me. And Mrs. Chen next door has overheard things too. Perfect. We'll do it together as soon as you're discharged. I'm not just protecting myself anymore, Mare. I'm protecting my daughter from someone who would deliberately hurt her to get what she wants. We won't let her get away with this, Meredith promised. Not anymore. The confrontation took place in our living room a week after I returned home. Daniel had finally agreed after speaking with Lily's therapist, who confirmed the damage Evelyn's words had caused. When Evelyn arrived, she was met not just by Daniel and me, but also by Meredith, Emma, and Mrs. Chen. What's this, a welcoming committee? Evelyn joked, her smile faltering when no one laughed. Mother, we need to discuss what you told Lily while Collins was in the ICU, Daniel said. Evelyn's face hardened. I don't know what you mean. You told my daughter I'm not her real mother, I said, my voice steady despite my anger. You tried to sever our bond when I was fighting for my life. I merely told her the truth, Evelyn sniffed. Children shouldn't be lied to. The truth, Emma, Daniel's sister, interjected. Mom, Collins is Lily's legal mother in every way that matters. Blood is what matters, Evelyn insisted. I was simply preparing the child. For what? I demanded. For me to die so you could step in and take my place? You're twisting my words, Evelyn said. Daniel, surely you understand I had Lily's best interests at heart. Daniel shook his head. No, Mom. What you did was cruel. To Lily and to Collins. This isn't the first time either, Mrs. Chen added. I've heard how you speak about Collins to Lily. What are you talking about? Evelyn turned to Mrs. Chen, her voice sharp. I heard you last Christmas, Mrs. Chen replied. You told Lily that Collins didn't understand family traditions because she wasn't born into the family. You said she was an outsider. That was a private conversation, Evelyn protested. With an 8-year-old child, I pointed out, and it's just one example of many. You've systematically tried to undermine Collins as Lily's mother for years, Emma added. I've seen it too, Mom. Evelyn's face reddened. You're all ganging up on an old woman. I was just trying to help. Help who? I asked. Because it certainly wasn't Lily who's been having nightmares since your help, You've never accepted me, Evelyn said, her voice taking on a wounded tone. I've only ever wanted to be included in my granddaughter's life. Don't try to play the victim, Meredith cut in. You've undermined Collins for years. I'm sorry if that's how it seemed, Evelyn said, though her eyes remained cold. I never meant any harm. Where's the box, Evelyn? I asked suddenly. The one with things you've been collecting for Lily's real mother? Evelyn's expression flickered with surprise. That's personal property. So it does exist, Daniel said quietly. You really have been doing this all along. I'm not apologizing for keeping mementos for my granddaughter, Evelyn said defiantly. I don't accept your apology, I replied firmly. It's not genuine, and the damage is done. Daniel, are you going to let her speak to me this way? Evelyn appealed to her son. After everything I've done for you? What you did was wrong, Mom, Daniel said. Collins is Lily's mother. Period. Fine. Evelyn stood abruptly. If that's how you feel, perhaps I should just go. But remember, Daniel, blood is forever. When this marriage inevitably falls apart, who will be there for you? For Lily? Are you threatening my family? I asked, standing to face her. It's not a threat, it's a promise, Evelyn hissed. I'll prove to all of you that Lily belongs with her real family. I'll call child services if I have to. Tell them you're too sick to be a proper mother. Evelyn's threats led to a restraining order. In family court, the judge heard testimony about her undermining behavior and threats. Mrs. Winters, the judge addressed Evelyn, did you tell your granddaughter that her adoptive mother is not her real mother while Mrs. Collins was critically ill? I was just being honest, Evelyn replied defiantly. The child has a right to know her origins. That decision belongs to the parents, the judge said firmly. After Mrs. Chen testified about Evelyn's pattern of behavior, the judge granted our restraining order. In the hallway, Evelyn cornered us. Daniel, please, she pleaded. I'm your mother. Don't do this to me. You did this to yourself, Mom, Daniel replied, his arm around my shoulders. I'm sorry, Evelyn said, tears filling her eyes. We're family. We can work through this. No, Evelyn. You tried to destroy my relationship with my daughter when you thought I was dying. That's unforgivable. 6 months later, my cancer was in remission. We were having dinner with Emma when Lily brought up a school project about family trees. Mom, can I put Grandma Evelyn on my tree even though we don't see her anymore? Lily asked. You can, sweetie, I said carefully. She is related to you through Dad, but you don't have to. I don't think I want to, Lily decided. Mrs. Chen says family is people who love you no matter what. Grandma Evelyn didn't do that. Can I put Mrs. Chen on my tree instead? And Aunt Meredith? Of course you can, Daniel said. Family is who we choose. Emma smiled. I'm sorry about Mom, but I'm glad we've all become closer through this. Later, Lily's therapist called with an update. Lily's doing remarkably well. She said she knows what makes someone a real mom now. It's fighting for your child even when it's hard. That night, as I tucked Lily into bed, she hugged me tightly. Mom, you're not ever going to leave me, right? I'll fight with everything I have to stay right here with you, I promised. That's what real mothers do. Have you ever had to protect your family from someone who was supposed to love them? Sometimes the hardest boundaries to set are with the people closest to us, but they're often the most necessary.